Alhamdulillah, science has now confirmed what philosophers, what mystics and the wise men of all time have declared, that every human being is engineered for success by his creator. So every human being has access to this great power within themselves. So if we're engineered for success and happiness, then the picture of yourself as this unworthy of happiness, a person who is meant to fail, must be in error. So what we be in life, so what we become in life, what we do in life, and what we have in life is based on one thing, and it's based on the self-image, the image that you hold of yourself. So our self-image is not the way that we look at in the mirror. So we live in the great age of the Snapchat filter and contouring. So, that chiseling effect that everyone has, yeah? Well, not everyone, but, you can have access to. So this makeup and these Snapchat filters, so everyone can potentially look like a catwalk model. So on the outer, on the physical appearance, everyone looks amazing, and so should feel amazing, right? But this isn't the case. Our self-image is how we see ourselves on the inside. How do we see ourselves on the inside? What we really think of ourselves, what we think we are, and no amount of filters or makeup can cover up how you feel on the inside. How you see yourself on the inside is we can call it your inner setting towards what you will move towards in life. So it's like your inner sat-nav. Okay? So how is our self-image formed? So our self-image is formed by the environment in which we live in. And initially it's the environment that, when we're born and, we're surrounded by our parents. So it's mainly our parents who are programming us in that initial stage. And children, before the age of 7, is like a blank canvas. And whatever they see and experience in their environment, they see it as truth, okay? Because they don't have the capacity in the brain to analyze what is right and wrong. They just take it as God's word, the gospel. Yeah, so that's how they take it as. So if you say dogs are going to bite, dogs will bite. And if you say there's a monster under the bed, there's a monster under the bed. They can't analyze that information, okay? So the first, how our initial image is formed is in our childhood and what we pick up from our environment. So if you're told you've got 2 left feet and you're clumsy, that's what you're going to, grow up to feel like, oh, I'm clumsy, I'm always falling over. I can't do anything right. If you were spoken about as, oh, she's not the clever one, the brothers or the older sister's more clever, she's not the academic clever one. That's the image that you're going to hold of yourself. If indirectly, you've heard conversations happening where, she was the daughter born after another daughter and we wanted a son. She hears that kind of language when she's younger. She's going to grow up with a self-image that she's not worthy, she's not good enough, she wasn't accepted, and she's not wanted. Okay? So, in subtle and not so subtle ways, that's how our self-image is formed. And it's continuously being formed as we go through dunya. Okay? So why is this important that you're wondering? Okay? It's important because you can only, like I said, become, do, and have in life what is in alignment with this self-image. So let me give you an example of an aeroplane. So once an aeroplane takes off and the pilot puts it on autopilot and it's flying to its destination, it's doing that automatically. So if you just imagine your self-image as that, you're going to that directly. What will happen if there's turbulence and all of a sudden the aeroplane goes off track and it's now flying in a completely different direction? There's a mechanism within the aeroplane and the destination that's been, the destination that's been put in, that's going to basically signal off this automatic signal that this aeroplane is now deviating from the set path, and that aeroplane will automatically start coming back onto its route plan, onto the plan that is being set for it. It will do that automatically. Okay? So what has this got anything to do with your self-image, you're wondering? Okay, so if we have a poor self-image of ourselves, and unless we change this, then any attempts that we make, any actions that we make, they're only going to be short-lived. So let me give you an example. Taiba, where's Taiba gone? Taiba is a grade E student. Yeah, she's not really, but I'm just using her as an example. Taiba is a grade E student. That's how she sees herself. And she doesn't see herself as this bright, talented person, but as someone who's always struggling academically. This is how she sees herself, and this is the messages that she's always got in her childhood. She's one of those who always struggled academically. So she's got this self-image about herself. Now her mom gets really annoyed with her, and she's like, that's it, I'm not impressed with your results, the teachers are not happy, you need to pull up your socks. Mom confiscates the phone off her, bans her from Facebook, taking pictures, Snapchat pictures. She confiscates the phone, she limits her going out with her friends, and she says, that's it, you're going to have daily tuition now until your exams. What's going to start happening is Taiba is going to start improving, yeah? She's going to start improving, her results are going to start improving, mom's going to be impressed, teachers are going to be impressed, Taiba's going to be impressed. But her self-image automatically is going to kick in and say, hang on a second, you're a grade E student. You're the one that struggles through life. Come back, you're deviating, come back onto this path, okay? And this is scientifically proven. So what will happen is Taiba's results will be short-lived, and eventually she'll come back to being a grade E student, okay? So this is why the self-image is really, really powerful, because all of your results otherwise, unless you go to the root of the problem, which is your self-image, unless you change the self-image, any results are going to be temporary. So I could go on and on and on about this topic because it absolutely fascinates me, the self-image psychology, but we're limited for time today. But when I'm talking about creating a self-image, I'm not saying to you, create an image of yourself that is this all-powerful, this all-important, this arrogant, egoistic image of yourself. What I'm saying to you is you need to have a healthy self-image of yourself that is in alignment with the truth. So what is the truth that you're asking? What is the truth about myself? And can we make a true evaluation? So for this we must turn to the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He says in the Quran that we have indeed created man in the best of molds. I have created you the best of my creation. Yeah? So man is created as the most beautiful creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is given the power of reasoning and insight that animals are not given. Only human beings have been given intellect. Okay? So He's created us as the Khalifas on earth. We are here to do God's work on earth. This is the maqam that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given the human being. Yeah? So if we truly believe in this all-powerful, this all-loving, and this all-wise creator, then we can draw some basic conclusions about that which He has created, which is man. So in the first place, such an all-powerful creator would not turn out an inferior product, would he? Any more than a master painter would paint an inferior painting. Such a creator would not deliberately engineer his product to fail any more than a manufacturer would deliberately build failure into a car, would he? Okay, so it says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God loves you 70 times more than your mother, which means it's infinite. You can't even measure it. Yeah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says 70 times, but it means that He loves you infinitely more than your mother. Okay, so as a mother, what brings you more pride, joy and satisfaction than to see your children doing well, to living their best and achieving the best in the world, in this world? What about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then? Does He not want you to succeed? Absolutely He does. He wants you to shine, not to hide. He wants you to be happy, be confident, believe in yourself, have faith, have courage, believe that you can achieve anything great in this life, not walk around feeling that you're unworthy, unable to hold your head up high, having this fear of failure within you. So are we not truly glorifying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when we are doing what He has created and programmed us to do. God didn't create us by accident. He created us for a purpose, and He created us in complete perfection with the ability to succeed. We must purify ourselves of this false conditioning of the dunya, this false programming of the world, and we must realign ourselves with this true self-image, because only then can we be in the world the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has intended us to be, which is to be truly successful. So any benefit you have derived from this is purely from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Any mistakes are my own. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun ala al-mursaleen. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.